here with Leanne.
Hi.
From Leanne Sweet Tooth, one of my favorite bakers. Essentially, we're planning on showing you different types of cakes that you can have for your wedding day. Leanne is going to go ahead and decorate them for us. So walk me through the process, Lee. What are we doing today?
Okay, so we're going to decorate this style of wedding cake, I guess. It's mini cake on top and cupcakes. So you can have as many cupcakes as can fit on the stand. But right now we're just doing a few. So we're going to do the mini cake. So what we're going to do is we're going to pipe a border to hold in the filling that we're going to do. We're going to do a lemon berry filling.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So we pipe a border so that it doesn't leak out the side. I'm going to just do a bit of lemon in the middle because that's more stable. And then I'm going to fill this berry jam. That's kind of liquid, so we're just going to pour it around.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah. So you get like a mixture with every bite.
So come again. So what are the three ingredients here? We have
So it's a vanilla cake. We have the rose buttercream, just to match the theme that we're going today.
right.
And we have lemon curd and a berry jam.
Nice.
And then we're just going to stack on top.
Okay.
And we're going to repeat the process.
All right. So how long have you been doing this, Lee? You seem to be pretty much a pro.
So technically, I guess, or officially, I've been doing this for about 2 years now. So when I moved back from Canada, after deciding finally this was going to be my place of residence and I was never going to leave again.
Welcome home.
Yes. So I registered it, and so officially we've been in business for 2 years.
Okay.
But unofficially, I guess, about a decade now of hustling and bustling while I was in school.
Yeah. I mean, I remember when you literally just said, okay, guys, I'm out. I'm selling everything.
Yes. I think I did that twice.
Yeah. I'm happy that you're home now.
Yes. Now
so we can have you here with us to give us amazing cakes.
Yes.
Don't leave again.
I'll try. So I'm just going to do a popular kind of pattern. It's just a rosette. It's pretty easy. It looks like roses on the side.
Oh.
So we're just going to pipe it straight on.
Oh, that's so cool.
And so you have like basically a bouquet mini cake, I guess.
A bouquet mini cake, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's like
it works.
extra flowers for your very flowery day. Unless you're not a flower bride, then you could go with one of these.
With a little bit of extra. So you made these?
Yes, I make all the cakes myself. Everything is hand done.
So these weren't pre-ordered already?
Nope.
Made up like this? The flowers were done from scratch?
Flowers are made individually, petals, cut out, rolled, placed together, and dried.
Right, sounds like a lot of work though.
Definitely is, and that's why wedding cakes in specific are kind of expensive.
I get that a lot from my brides. Like, I feel like whenever I say wedding, my prices go up, but you can see the amount of detail and time it takes for you to put into making the perfect cake.
Yeah, you see, when you're doing a wedding cake versus like a birthday cake, there's so much more detail that goes into a wedding cake.
Yeah.
And the techniques used specifically for wedding cakes, like you could use this for a regular birthday cake, right?
Right.
But you would generally just leave it, maybe add like a happy birthday chapel. But I've created this rose from scratch, and we've dusted it, given it dimension, and we'll place it on, and these hand painted gold leaves that have been cut and rolled also.
And they're edible?
And everything is edible. It's all sugar, just don't eat the wire.
I'll make sure to pass that on.
Yeah.
Don't eat the wire. Got it.
Whoops.
Cute. So we have these 3 cakes, right?
Yes.
And essentially, we spoke about the brides who see these elaborate cakes and think, okay, wow, it's beautiful, but that's not really what I want.
Yeah.
So it can be one budget where I can have a wonderful arrangement like this, or it can also be someone who's just, I really don't want all of this. I just want something that's, tasteful, simple, a little pizzazz here and there, but not that. So I like the fact that we have the tiers. So what would you say for that kind of bride? Dessert table or a cake? Or
for a bride that would like this, actually this would be a perfect centerpiece for a dessert table. This could be your main focus. And as you can see now, it's kind of basic, but I'm preparing these gold leaves that I'm going to attach on the side that kind of amp it up.
Oh, nice.
And then add this rose to just tie it into the whole theme. And even on the individual cupcakes, you could add
Right.
small flowers or whatever. So this could be your focal piece and still be like desserts that your guests can take. And just a small cake for you and your groom
Right.
later.
For cutting the cake.
For cutting the cake,
Okay.
or just maybe you even want to just share the cupcake
I'm like
and save this for your anniversary or whatever.
Yeah.
There's so many options with it, but I would choose this style for dessert table because it would be perfect in the middle. You have
Right.
multiple tiers. It could
It's
even
balanced.
go one higher, and you can have all the different desserts on different levels, and it just be
And
like a
affordable.
dessert. And it's definitely more affordable because if you're having something like this, you're definitely going to attract a greater cost because you have like the cascading kind of flower effect, the different levels of,
Right.
and styles, the gold detailing. Like it just depends on what you are.
For sure.
Modern, simple, rustic, or just super girly.
That works. So if I wanted to say, okay, fine, I'm gonna have a dessert table, and I can't have gluten. Well, gluten is a no-no for me.
Oh,
Are you
that's-
able to bake these cakes without gluten?
For sure. Gluten is it's probably the easiest thing to substitute.
Really?
Gluten-free flour is totally easy. It's dairy.
So that's
The-
saying a cake without dairy?
Yeah, a cake without dairy is like probably the hardest thing when you're getting to like the buttercream
Right.
aspect because even like margarine has some sort of milk content in it. So, and in Jamaica specifically, getting vegan butter is like next to near impossible. And using coconut oil or coconut butter, it would have to be like the coldest time of the year.
Understood.
So, dairy free is a little bit more complicated when you want something with buttercream,
But it's possible.
but possible to an extent.
Right. So when
But gluten
the
free
bill comes
definitely
in,
easy.
so the bill comes in for the people who can't
Yes,
have.
it's because I need to ship in your vegan butter
Nope.
first.
Nope,
So
no.
that's why also booking your weddings way in advance and telling me all the specifications
Right.
that you need, we can definitely work with it. So the greater time you give me, the easier it is for any little minor details that you have. Oh, can't have dairy, can't have nuts, can't have
Right.
gluten. Easy to just source all the, even like eggless cakes, if you would tell me way in advance,
Right, no eggs.
fine. But within a short period, obviously
hard.
we're on a small island,
Yeah.
everything has to be shipped in, so I need time. So time is of the essence for brides, and just being very specific with what you want. And being realistic with your budget. I can work with your budget, but you
Right.
have to work with your budget
True.
with me.
True.
Which
Very
I find is
important.
always the hard problem for brides.
I mean, even talking about, I know transportation is always a big deal for brides. Like, you know,
Yeah.
why am I spending this kind of money? You know, why is this cost so high? And I have to be like, you know, guys, you don't understand what goes into this process.
Yeah.
The cake does not arrive this way. I know that you assemble it on site.
Yeah, everything is assembled on site because definitely with, again, we're in a third world
Yeah.
island, tropical island. It's hot. We have juga roads. So
Every
if I
bottle.
have to drive with it all like this, even when it's dummy cakes like this and it's somewhat sturdy,
Right.
all these little delicate elements
Have to go on
have
after.
to go on after because putting them on and driving with it is just a risk I'm not willing to take.
Understandable.
Especially for the bride. You
Yeah.
want a perfectly gorgeous, flawless cake. That's what I'm here for.
Mm-hmm.
I need the space, I need the time to get there. And
Which I can attest for. I mean, she takes it very seriously. If I
Yes.
do not have a cool environment for a particular cake, she's not
I'm gonna be
leaving
like, no.
until she finds somewhere to store that cake to
Yeah.
ensure that it preserves what she delivered.
That's
and
also
she
a
takes
tip
it
for
very
brides.
serious.
A definite tip for brides is your expectation of the type of wedding cake you want and the time of year you want your wedding has to correlate. You
So what kind of cake would that be?
Okay, so-
like, you know, I'm a lychee girl, right? Mm, oh.
No. In the summertime, definitely
So you're saying I can't have a lychee cake for my wedding?
No.
Oh.
I mean, you could if we have a fridge on deck and then we pull it out and
Yeah,
it's the
yeah,
middle
yeah.
of December or January and it's super cool.
In New York.
Anywhere in New York. Because there's no way it's staying on like this. The whipped cream, you would just watch it.
It does. It's something I
Down
have to
the
keep
side.
in the freezer,
We
literally.
could do a variation,
Mm-hmm.
like a vanilla sponge with a lychee filling inside
Right.
and just use buttercream on the outside, like an Italian meringue
Right.
buttercream or a Swiss meringue buttercream, which is lighter.
I find that also of our brides that we've worked together.
Yes.
I always insist of having a tasting ahead of time.
Definitely.
It's something that I require, that I feel that the cake becomes a part of your decor.
Yes.
When you have a cake as beautiful as this, there's no way we're going to chop it up on the day. I normally recommend having like a sheet cake that we can pre-cut.
For sure.
It's easier for distribution for the catering company, whichever servers we have, and it's less stress on you, you know?
Then you get this work of
And then
the
again,
whole
exactly.
event.
And then it doesn't all have to be real, which you spoke about earlier.
Yes.
But for me, it's also in your head, I love this cake. You know, I want to have this cake. but at the same time, we essentially want to. I guess I try something and I say, okay, I like this is what I want. But then when I taste it, it's like, actually, I know I said I wanted a strawberry filling. Can I change that?
Yes,
and that happens a lot.
Happens all the time.
Brides change their mind.
And they also have an idea of what they think they like.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
like a dress.
They get different options and they're like, oh, actually, I like this one that I had no idea about before, but you offer it, so
this
let's
is what
go
I
with that
want.
one. Yeah.
Right.
So it's just a good idea to test before, so that you for sure know that this is what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
This is what you know, your understanding of it, because I could explain a cake to you and then you taste it and it's two different things.
Right.
So the same way you want to see, like show me the image before,
right.
you should want to taste the inside before.
So,
okay.
layers. So all of this, is it real? Like, I mean, yeah. Right?
No.
What?
Not right now. But it could be.
So we're saying that all of this is a fake cake.
Yeah, all of this is a dummy cake that I put together over the last 2 days.
Just for me?
Just for you, for this demo, for everything. For
okay, so
always.
I know I always recommend to my brides that even though they see like a 7-tier cake, it's not all real.
No.
It's not necessary. I mean, it's a lot of cake.
Absolutely not necessary.
It's a lot of cake.
It's
right? And especially for destination brides, you can't carry it in your suitcase.
Unless you're having like a wedding of 400, 300, 500
yeah, but even
people
then,
and you want to destroy the whole cake,
even then,
go ahead.
For me, it's like a decor piece.
Yeah,
it's not a part of the decor.
That's actually my favorite part of the wedding. I mean, no offense.
You mean the cake part?
No offense.
You mean like what you do?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying.
Cool.
It's literally
it's the best part?
live, like living, breathing, edible work of art. Like, why would you ever want to not have that? It's gorgeous. Just in the corner of the room, well lit. You unveil it. There's even a moment for it. You unveil it. You slice it. You feed. You know, like this is
bird feed.
You want a bird?
No.
Okay, fine. Jeez.
So, what we're pretty much saying is that a lot of the time, one, you don't need to pay to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers of real cake. 2, ensure that when you're going to cut the cake, you ask the planner which one is real. Because, I mean, we don't want to be in a moment where we're cutting the cake and it's like not cutting.
That's
so
definitely happened before.
It has. And trust me, I feel like somebody needs to put like a sticky note there to be like, like a little, you know, cut me. So you know. Or like where you find a little gold dot, cut that one. Because, I mean, it's beautiful. But at the same time, you don't need to spend that kind of money when you can invest that in other elements of your wedding.
Like your dessert table.
Of course, right. Back to the cakes. Here we go.
I'm just going to reel it back in all the time.
But when it comes to transportation as well, this doesn't travel well. And something I learned from Leanne at my last wedding is that cakes need foundation and they need structure.
Yes.
So even if you're supposed to have this many cakes, the weight of the cake is also a factor. Some it starts to bow. Some depends on the type of cake that you have.
So basically, if this was all real cake, I would have about 8 dowels underneath.
What's that dowel?
Like wooden sticks. Underneath this one, and then I would have 6 here. I would have 5 here, and I would have 4 here to hold each, making a circumference of the size of the cake on top.
For support.
For support, and then through every 2 tiers, I put 2 more dowels that go through 2 of the cakes to hold its center structure.
It's construction.
It is. That's
also your hard hat undone.
That's also why wedding cakes of like large statures cost more than like say this, because this doesn't need any structural support. The structural support is the acrylic stand.
Understood.
Or this is just 2 tiers, so it just needs 1. So I mean, obviously.
Yeah, but I love these stands. Is this something that you would provide for your bride as well?
Yes, you can add this to your
decor.
We have like rustic versions where it's just like wooden boxes.
So you have like a catalog.
Yeah, you could do. I wouldn't say it's not a wine catalog, but you have options. And definitely, as I said, if you tell me before in advance what kind of wedding you're going for, I have no problem sourcing stands that can work with your decor and everything, because it's still a part of my work and I can always use it again.
Right. Understood. That makes sense.
But my favorite are the acrylics because they just go with everything. They're clear. It's like floating cakes.
What other tips would you say, a bride must do in this process? So we spoke about, having that conversation, with your wedding planner and you trying the cake ahead of time so you can decide, okay, this is what I want. Because again, guys, you going to a bakery shop or you having your best friend caking or your mom or your grandma who makes this cake for you, they're not the same person. And you need to understand that you want to make sure that there are no surprises on your wedding day. And I take that very seriously.
Sure. My biggest tip for brides is to be detailed. Ask me every single, I don't care if it's 1,000 questions. And Chloe's people don't mind the million questions.
It's necessary. It's a part of the process. It's absolutely necessary.
I need to know any allergies, all allergies. That's definitely a big priority for me. I don't want anybody to go into any kind of anaphylactic shock or whatever.
Wow.
No.
Noted.
Never.
Got it.
Not with my cakes. And I need to know, you can tell me all of your wedding colors. Chloe's big on giving me color samples.
I take that seriously, guys. I like swatches.
Which is awesome
Give
for
me the swatches.
because I can match it against the fondant, recolor.
Every computer screen, every phone screen has a different view of this one swatch.
So when you show me in person, I can say in person, it's great. Chloe's team is super
take it so seriously.
Super detailed.
We take it seriously.
They take it very seriously. I get thousands of emails, literally. I don't mind, but
I keep you in check, okay?
No, Chloe's
just making sure that we're on point.
Say, I'm not just making this for your head to be big, girl, than it is.
Okay, thanks. I don't feel lonely.
I really feel like your company pushes me to be better in my company because you really keep me on top of my emails.
Girl.
I get there. Emails, just being organized with the color swatches and everything. I mean, it's just an elevated kind of service. It really is.
I try.
And from beginning to end, like when I'm leaving, Chloe's there, or if not Chloe, somebody else is there. You have a wonderful team. Everything is cohesive. You even like help me, like, okay, you need this, you need this, you need this.
Yeah.
And I mean, I wouldn't ask for a better company to work with, to be honest. You're like my top.
But for me, it's easy because you are someone that we learn from each other. I'm like, you know, Lee, maybe we should do this differently. I find, you know, when I have experiences with events, I try to be like, we need to do this. Because this is something that would save us time.
For sure.
And, you know, getting it also, she always says, like, Chloe, you're the only one that I'm booking cakes for so far in advance. Like, I get it.
Oh, but it's wonderful because then I get to know what they need, what we need to get.
I don't like surprises. That's one of my biggest things.
I don't like last minute brides, even though it's such a popular thing here.
But it's a thing.
It's a thing. It happens, and
when you don't have a planner.
But as I said, you have to be realistic as a bride with your timing, with what you want, with your budget, and I can work with any bride.
Right.
But you have to work with me too.
True.
That's what the disconnect is sometimes. They want everything, and I'm just supposed to
give it.
It's like, let's work
try
together.
Find a middle ground.
Which is why I like your brides. They're always willing to push and pull and figure out what they need. So.
But you know, that's a good point as well, because sometimes you need to have that connect with your suppliers.
Yes.
So sometimes, I mean, even us working together, if we did not have that little, let's say, fun, go-looking personality, not everyone can work with me. You know? And for me, it is finding someone that you vibe well with. I find that when
it makes a workflow.
And I mean, also you click with that person, so the relationship is a lot easier because you're on the same level, you know? So it's almost like, even though, you know, we want the work, at the same time we're interviewing each other almost to see if we are working well together, if we're a good match for each other. So there are going to be situations where we're not, you know, it's not necessarily going to work, but we'll always try and find a medium or some place in between. But it's good that we all have that relationship that we build together with our brides and our suppliers.
Definitely.
All right. Well, thank you for having me. Thank you for baking. I mean, I'm not trying to lose weight or anything, but I'm going to take all of it.
So now we're
with
going
cake.
to eat?
We're gonna have it.
Okay.
Can I just take anyone?
You already had one.
Okay. I'm not that. Jeez. Leave me alone.